Hi, it's Raspberry. So this is going to be another rambling video, and I am so Valentine's Day is coming up. I'm currently filming this. I think it's the 10th, and every year I do an SFX makeup look that is Valentine's Day inspired. So I'm going to be working on that and rambling. I don't know how to use play. Oh, that's not. So the concept this year is that I'm going to do like an old concept. Last year I did um You're the Apple to My Eye look, which was very amazing. I was very proud of that one. And one of my other draft ideas from last year was doing a cookie cutter look where it looks like I took out a heart from my eye and from my cheek and turned them into cookies, like heart-shaped Valentine's Day cookies. So I'm going to make that. Holy crap. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know how to use clay. Shoot, I don't know how to use clay. Was I not supposed to add water to it? It was hard, so I added water. But some things I wanted to talk about was Gen Z, this current era of YouTube, and also me, because I'm a narcissist and I love talking about myself. What do I do? It looks like poop. Anyways, so Gen Z, um, I think by 2025 we will all be adults. Wait, no, that's not right. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm not smart. I'm not doing the math right. I think it's by 2028. Yeah, at least by 2028, we're all going to be legal adults. We will all be at least 18 to 20 something. And I think that's very interesting because all of Gen Z pretty much grew up with the internet our entire lives. And I think we might be the first generation to do that. A lot of things that we liked growing up were created by millennials, and we've come to an area where now, as the older generation, we're leaving the youth that we were in. We're now becoming like what the millennials were for us. You know, originally millennials made memes and things for themselves, and then Gen Z adopted them and made them theirs. And we already have evidence of that happening with Gen Z doing things and making things for themselves, and then Gen Alpha, Gen A, kind of taking that and making it their own. Now it's kind of a part of like their culture and what they're growing up with. They've become quote unquote like cringe, or like it feels there's not a good word. I'm using Gen Z terminology, but it turned cringe for us basically. We've reached the top of our roller coaster where we're enjoying. How do I word this? Okay, so Gen Z, or all generations, are on like this roller coaster where it goes up, you hit the top, and then you go down. So we are finally at the top of our roller coaster. On the way up was us enjoying a lot of things that millennials would make for us, like all the memes, all the shows that we grew up with, all the toys we grew up with, all the influences and the things that are forever a part of our childhood were by millennials mostly, even if they weren't intentionally made for Gen Zers. Um, that was like kind of towards the bottom. On our way up, we started making things for ourselves. We made our own slang. We started watching YouTubers that were Gen Zers. We started posting on YouTube. We started coming to social media. We started to join society in a way. And now that we're at the top, we're making our own things, enjoying our own things that are made for us. But since now we're at the top, Gen Alpha's down at the bottom. And they're seeing all the things that Gen Z's making on this climax. And they're getting influenced by it, even though Zoomers made all these funny things for us. For example, slay, bet, on God. Like all these like slang words. I think that was all from Gen Z. I mean, possibly it could have came from before. It probably did, honestly, but like we really popularized it on media and in general talking. It's a very universal thing between Gen Z, and now you see like these Gen A people using the same terms that we made and or we popularized. And it's like, hey, now that like I'm hearing all the time, I hate it. Like a bird, if you say something and a bird repeats it, it's like, oh my god, it's cool. The bird knows the word I said. Like if I said the word kisses a lot, and then my bird started saying kisses, I'm like, that's so fucking cool. That's awesome. My bird can say kisses. My bird knows what I think is cool. But then the bird starts repeating it over and over and over and over again, and you're like, I'm annoyed. This is now you made it uncool, you know, in a way, in a sense. And now that we're at the top, where we're all becoming adults on this climax of the roller coaster, the only way to go now is downwards, which means we're leaving the youth. We're, in a sense, leaving a lot of what is trendy and popular and staying up to date on things mostly on like social media, etc. We're not the youth anymore. You know, there's going to be things that are said online, and we're going to be like, what is that? What is this Gen Alpha stuff? That's just how it's going to be. I think that um life is going to be hard anyways, and the best way to like sort of live, you could be like, you know, thrashing and fighting like, no, this is my thing. This is like I was in my prime. I want to live in my prime, you know, which is why there's a lot of immature people, like 30-year-olds who still want to be teenagers or act immature and try to be teenagers, but they're not. The real win is to learn how to adapt and learn this is how it is and I'm just going to adapt. But this isn't a sad thing, it's just life. Like in a way, I'm having a hard time adapting to newly being an adult. Um, but I'm learning that it's okay. This is life, and I'm going to instead of being angry or constantly cringing at Gen Alpha, I'm gonna be like, you know what? This is you're going through exactly what I did when I was watching all the stuff millennials made for themselves. And now that we're all turning into adults, we're at the top. We go down from that climax of the roller coaster. And that's not a sad thing, actually. It's a great thing because this is when all the fun things happen. When you go on a roller coaster, the fun is going down. Going up is like, you know, you get all these kind of weird emotions when you're like climbing your way up. There's a lot of anxiety, but it's also like, oh my god, this is gonna be so much fun. You're waiting for this big drop, and that's when it's so fun. We're adults. We could vote. We're independent. We could go to places on our own. We're learning how to drive. We're learning, you know, all this independent stuff. And in a way, this is like kind of when we first start, I guess, living in a sense. We're experiencing the world and all of it, what it has to offer. We learned how to be on our own and be okay with it and enjoy it, which is really exciting. It's so exciting. Basically, it's that Gen Alpha is coming up, Gen Z is going down, Millennials, they're off the ride. It's over. I mean, not really. I'm kind of kidding, but like, you know, it's like they're not in this kind of example that I'm setting anymore. This doesn't look like a heart. How do I make this look like a heart? Even though I do believe that's the best thing to do, I do admit that it's fucking hard to adapt, you know? And especially like in this world, it's like so much is happening. And you know, maybe it could just be me. I don't think so, but maybe it is just me. Maybe everyone else is adapting. It's like, oh yay, I'm going to enjoy being 18. I'm going to enjoy that. I'm going to leave and go to college. I'm enjoying blah 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 blah. You know, everything that's happening to them right now. Maybe I'm just the one who's like, the world is so scary. The world is so, too many possibilities. I'm yapping. I'm yapping. I'm yapping. Okay, let's go back to the roller coaster. Going down on the roller coaster is scary, but it's fun. You know, it's scary because there's so many possibilities in life. There's so many different things that you're exposed to that you had no idea existed in this world before just now. It wasn't like a super slow thing too. Like for me at least, it was all kind of like hit at me at once where it's like I'm a child, things are great, I love life, and then bam, like life. Life is here. Life is real. It's crazy. I don't know how to conclude this. I don't know if I want to conclude. I kind of want to keep talking, but I feel like I'm just going to get more off course and more random. I'm yapping. How do people not get out of breath while talking this much? I'm kind of out of breath right now, I'm not going to lie. It's hard to live as a human in this world and day and age. It's hard to be Gen Z right now. It's hard. This life is hard. It's not an easy thing. Which again goes back to why do moms want to have children? Like personally, I mean, I get it. I get it. It's like, oh, I want a baby. I want a thing that looks a little bit like me. That'd be kind of fun. You know, like it's whatever. But I still am also like, why do people want to have kids? Why do people want to bring life into a world like this? And honestly, my mental health is great. I'm not gonna lie. I've been doing so good over the last year. Well, my 2024 has been good, and the end of the last half of 2023 was good. Before that, we won't talk about. But like, I'm doing good, but I'm also adapting and coming at peace with these thoughts that I'm having. And it's like I don't understand them, but I'm also not mad at them. I'm just kind of going with the flow with everything, and I think it's great. I think it's lovely that I could have that mindset in such a world like this. When Gen Alpha starts having this mindset of all all this, Gen Alpha is going to high school next year. First round of Gen Alpha is going to high school next year. And they're eventually going to go through this whole thing. YouTube, I want to talk about YouTube. What I like about YouTube is that I'm hearing people talk about this. I feel like I'm not the only one who's noticing this. Maybe I just didn't watch those videos as a kid because I wanted to watch Minecraft videos. I wanted to watch popular MMOs, you know. Maybe these videos did exist, but I'm seeing a lot of people my age now. I'm yapping. I don't know. I don't know how I got here. I be yapping. In conclusion, let me think. Wait, brain wheels are turning. In conclusion, life is hard and not easy, and Gen Z's minds are in their quarter life crisis, and Gen Alpha's coming, and we're seeing the loop happen in live action right now, all through social media. We're seeing, Gen Alpha take the things that Gen Z made for themselves to be cool and fun. Millennials are kind of fading away. Gen Z's opportunities are so open. We're going to college, we're graduating high school, we're getting our jobs, we're graduating college, like all these things, you know. Life, bro. I'm so excited for me to have a huge spiritual awakening, and then I'm going to shave my head and live in the mountains and be a monk. Because society's whack. I'm trying to be like those guys, not gonna lie. Okay, I'm bored. I don't want to finish this heart. But I made this one. My next YouTube video should be an SFX makeup video, but we'll see. Who knows? I'm unpredictable. Never let them know your next move. I bet you didn't expect that. I don't want to be a popular YouTuber or anything, by the way. I'm just kind of doing whatever. I'm just kind of talking. I so enjoy talking. And I want to keep doing that basically. So I'm going to keep doing that on this app until I'm bored and I don't want to talk anymore. But for now, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. I got clay in my mouth. I'm gonna go brush my teeth.